Hello my dear angling friends, and welcome back to the channel. Your favorite fishing expert is here, ready to dive deep into what promises to be a truly fascinating week on the waters of Glorious Island. We're talking about the period from the 6th to the 12th of October 2025, a time when autumn really starts to show its teeth, but also a time when some of the biggest fish of the year can be caught. Now, some of you might be looking at the calendar, seeing October, and thinking, chilly, wet, maybe not the best for fishing. But let me tell you, this week holds some incredible surprises, from potentially explosive predatory action right at the start to some tricky but ultimately rewarding days ahead. Stick with me, because I'm going to share all my secrets, breaking down the weather, water conditions, moon phases, and how it all comes together to influence where and how our finned friends will be biting. This isn't just a forecast, it's your battle plan for a successful week of Irish angling. Prepare to learn why this specific week could be one of the most memorable of your autumn fishing season. Now let's talk tactics and target species, because knowing what to chase and how to do it is half the battle, especially in Ireland's changeable autumn conditions. Based on our current data and seasonal trends, we're going to focus on 4 fantastic species this week: the mighty pike, the elusive brown trout, the hard-fighting bass, and the ever-present perch. First up, our toothy freshwater titans, the pike. Autumn is prime time for these predators in Ireland, as they enter a major feeding frenzy, trying to pack on weight before the real chill of winter sets in. This week, with the possibility of strong winds, you'll want to focus your efforts on the more sheltered, deeper sections of larger loughs like Lough Mask, Lough Derg, or the quieter stretches of the River Shannon. Why there? Because those strong westerly winds we often see will stir up the exposed surface layers, pushing baitfish into calmer, deeper waters, and where the baitfish go, the pike will follow. Look for them lurking around drop-offs along the edges of any remaining weed beds, or near submerged structures and bridge pillars, anywhere that provides an ambush point. For tackle, go bold. Large lures are your best bet. Think big, brightly coloured soft plastics, deep-diving crankbaits that can get down to where the pike are holding, or even a classic deadbait presentation fished on a float rig. Remember, a bigger profile can be irresistible to a hungry pike that's looking for a substantial meal. Next, for those who appreciate the finesse of freshwater angling, let's talk about brown trout. These beauties remain surprisingly active in early October and can be targeted successfully, especially in our rivers, which often offer more natural shelter from the wind compared to wide-open loughs. Look for them in runs, riffles, and around any structure that breaks the current and offers cover, such as submerged logs or undercut banks. In the larger loughs, concentrate your efforts on areas where you observe insect activity or where small baitfish are schooling near drop-offs. Traditional wet or dry flies can still be very productive, particularly during those calmer periods, as can small spinners or minnow imitations. The cooling water stimulates their metabolism, making them keen to feed. Now, for our saltwater superstars, the baking bass. Friends, October is historically one of the best months for targeting bigger bass along Ireland's south and southeast coast, areas like the famous Copper Coast, or around the shorelines of Cork, Waterford, Wexford, and Kerry. These strong fighters will be actively patrolling as they sense the dropping water temperatures. Despite the potential for some wet and breezy conditions, bass will be on the hunt for food. Focus your efforts around rocky shorelines, estuaries, and sandy beaches with good tidal flow. During low tide, target deeper channels where baitfish might be concentrated. For shore anglers, fresh peeler crab or lugworm on a pulley rig is incredibly effective. If you're a lure angler, shallow diving crankbaits or surface poppers can still work in calmer periods, but soft plastic shades or needlefish imitations retrieved slowly along the bottom will likely produce more consistent results, especially during lower light conditions. And let's not forget our smaller but equally exciting perch. As the salmonid season winds down on most waters, coarse fishing truly comes into its own. Perch, in particular, will be schooling up in deeper areas of lakes and slower stretches of rivers. Look for them along features like underwater humps, submerged trees, or even around bridge pillars where they can ambush smaller prey. For perch, light spinning gear with small, soft plastic grubs or micro jigs can be deadly. Drop-shotting with tiny worms or maggots is another fantastic tactic. The cooling water temperatures gather these fish into larger schools, making them easier to target once you find them. All right, my friends, let's break down the conditions for this week, because understanding the why behind the what is crucial for becoming a truly skilled angler. First, the weather. Ireland in October is known for its changeable nature, and this week will be no exception. We're expecting average daytime air temperatures to hover around 10 to 14 degrees Celsius, with nights dropping to between 4 and 8 degrees Celsius. Expect cool mornings and brisk conditions. Wind will be a significant factor, often coming from the west, ranging from a gentle breeze to strong gusts of up to 30 miles per hour, especially in exposed coastal areas. This means seeking shelter will be absolutely key for comfort and successful fishing. Precipitation-wise, October is typically one of Ireland's wetter months, so anticipate a mix of sunny spells and frequent rain showers throughout the week. Atmospheric pressure will be somewhat fluctuating, with a drop midweek, which can certainly impact fish behavior, often pushing them deeper. Regarding water temperature. The sea around Ireland in early October averages around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. Inland freshwater systems will be slightly cooler, but generally remaining above 10 degrees Celsius. This cooling trend, transitioning from summer to autumn, is a critical trigger for many species. It signals to predatory fish that it's time to feed aggressively to build up their reserves for the approaching colder months. It's a natural shift in their metabolism, making them more active hunters. Now for the phase of the moon. This is an exciting aspect of our forecast, friends. On the 6th of October, we have a magnificent full moon, often called the hunter's moon, which is also a supermoon this year. Many anglers, myself included, firmly believe that the full moon and the days immediately surrounding it can significantly stimulate fish activity. This is often associated with increased tidal movement in saltwater and a general boost in feeding behavior for many species due to increased ambient light at night. Following the 6th, the moon will be in its waning gibbous phase, decreasing in illumination. Even as it wanes, the residual energy from the full moon can keep fish active, particularly in the days directly after, so pay attention to those low-light periods. Overall, fish activity. For this time of year in Ireland sees a general shift towards aggressive autumn feeding patterns. Predatory fish like pike and bass are often in a feed-up mode. Brown trout also remain active and can offer excellent sport. While the main salmon and sea trout seasons are winding down on many rivers by the end of September, some specific rivers still permit sea trout fishing until the 12th of October, so always double-check your local regulations. Coarse fish like perch will also be schooling and actively feeding. Let's get down to the daily forecast, day by day, so you know exactly what to expect when you hit the water. Monday, the 6th of October. Today is shaping up to be an excellent day for fishing. We're starting the week with a powerful full moon, and the conditions are relatively mild. Expect air temperatures to reach a pleasant 14 degrees Celsius, dropping to 8 degrees Celsius overnight. A gentle southwesterly wind of 5 to 7 miles per hour will keep things comfortable. The morning might be overcast, clearing to a partly cloudy afternoon. Atmospheric pressure should be stable. This combination of full moon energy and stable, mild weather will encourage aggressive feeding from predators. You should find active pike and bass throughout the day. Tuesday, the 7th of October. The fishing forecast for Tuesday is good. While we're a day past the peak full moon, the residual activity should still be strong. Air temperatures will be around 13 degrees Celsius with lows of 7 degrees Celsius. The wind will pick up slightly to a moderate westerly breeze of 10 to 12 miles per hour, with some occasional gusts. Expect occasional light showers, especially in the afternoon, with atmospheric pressure slightly falling. This increasing wind and a slight pressure drop might make some fish a little more cautious, but the post-full moon bite will still be there for determined anglers. Focus on sheltered areas. Wednesday, the 8th of October. Today could be quite challenging, my friends. We're looking at air temperatures around 12 degrees Celsius, dipping to 6 degrees Celsius. A strong westerly wind, 15 to 18 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 miles per hour, will make exposed waters very difficult. Persistent rain, particularly in western areas, and falling atmospheric pressure will further dampen spirits. The combination of strong winds, heavy rain, and rapidly falling pressure will push fish deeper and significantly reduce their feeding activity. This is a day for extreme shelter, perhaps targeting deep-lying coarse fish or very well-protected river stretches for trout. Thursday, the 9th of October. The fishing will be moderate to capricious. Air temperatures will be cooler, around 11 degrees Celsius, with lows of 5 degrees Celsius. A fresh northwesterly wind of 12 to 14 miles per hour will still be present, along with scattered showers. However, the atmospheric pressure should be stabilizing after yesterday's drop. Cooler temperatures and lingering wind will keep some fish subdued, but that stabilizing pressure might bring short, opportunistic feeding windows. Be patient and adaptable, focusing on those prime feeding times at dawn and dusk. Friday, the 10th of October. Today will likely offer moderate fishing. Air temperatures will be around 10 degrees Celsius, with chilly lows of 4 degrees Celsius overnight, a light northerly wind of 4 to 6 miles per hour, and mostly clear skies will dominate the weather. Atmospheric pressure will be high and stable, while the clear, cold conditions and high pressure can sometimes make fish lethargic and less willing to chase, especially in shallower waters. These conditions often concentrate fish in deeper, more comfortable zones. Focus on deeper presentations and slower retrieves. Saturday, the 11th of October. Good news for the weekend anglers. Fishing should be good today. Air temperatures will climb slightly to a milder 12 degrees Celsius, with lows of 6 degrees Celsius. Expect a gentle southeasterly wind of 6 to 8 miles per hour and partly cloudy skies. Atmospheric pressure remains stable. The milder temperatures and stable pressure, combined with increased weekend angler activity, should stimulate a return to more consistent feeding, especially for pike and bass, who will be taking advantage of the more comfortable conditions. Sunday, the 12th of October. We're rounding out the week with another good day for fishing. Air temperatures will be around 14 degrees Celsius, with lows of 8 degrees Celsius. A moderate southwesterly wind of 8 to 10 miles per hour will be present, with overcast skies and some sunny spells. Pressure will be stable to slightly falling. Consistent mild conditions and a steady breeze will keep fish active and feeding throughout the day. This is a great opportunity to get out and enjoy the last day of this forecast period, particularly for those targeting bass or pike. So there you have it, my friends, your comprehensive fishing forecast for Ireland from the 6th to the 12th of October 2025. It's going to be a week that rewards adaptability and persistence, with some truly fantastic opportunities, especially for those predatory species. Get your gear ready, dress warmly, and remember to always prioritize safety on the water. May your lines be tight and your nets be full. No tail, no scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more expert tips and insights, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. And now I want to hear from you. What are your go-to lures or baits for pike and bass in autumn in Ireland? Do you have a favorite spot that always produces around the full moon? Share your tips and let's keep this awesome angling community growing. Tight lines, everyone.